Hey, this lesson's about kind of making creative sounds with the electric guitar. I put a backing track, so I'll kind of like go through some examples for 30-45 seconds, and then I'll get into teaching kind of like how to do some of this stuff. Okay, so just some general kind of sound effects. One of my favorite things to do with electric guitar. I think it's really cool. You have to just kind of use creativity. It kind of like takes it out of the realm of kind of like talent and like practice, and then it just kind of like is learning some of your effects, what you have, and just kind of just spending time messing around with stuff. I really like doing that, kind of like kind of to give an ambient, big background kind of sound sometimes. Sometimes it just kind of like is better than playing individual notes, just kind of like making cool sound effects. So, here's some ways to do that. A delay pedal, that really helps. The delay is the one that kind of like, I play something and then it repeats back. At a certain time, then I can kind of set it, like how fast I want it to repeat. Here, what I'm doing right there is I'm just kind of like, I'm muting the strings so they're not ringing, and then I have it delaying at about that speed, and then I'm just kind of messing around with stuff. You can get kind of a hoarse, kind of galloping kind of effect. Different times I've been able to make it kind of sound like rain. There I'm just kind of doing it lightly. I'm still just keeping the strings muted. Some things you can do as well. Just kind of like dragging a pick against the strings. Yeah. And then another good one. With some of those things kind of like right there, what I did is I affected the timing of it, and then I kind of like brought it back, and then just so it's like going much faster, and then changing the timing so maybe it's a little bit longer between delays. Gives you kind of a weird sound effect. I've seen it used by a lot of guitar players to give you kind of like a... That was weird. Good. So that's just effect, messing with the time. And then the electronic level on a delay is how loud it comes back to you. So like I have it up pretty high, so it's kind of like it comes back pretty loud every time. If I turn that down, you're hearing it repeat, but just at a very quiet thing. I have it up high there. Messing around with distortions and such. Some of those same kind of ideas where I'm keeping stuff muted, and then just kind of tapping on strings. Sometimes messing around with these ones. Playing those strings that are way up there at the top, past the nut of the guitar there. get kind of cool sound effects up there. I like messing around with harmonics with that stuff. The way you get harmonics is like I'm over the 12th fret here, and then I'm not pressing down, I'm just barely touching the string, so it kind of makes that harmonic sound. Really what it is, how I learned to do this stuff was I just kind of like, I play with my friends and, you know, in band situations, and just experimented sometimes on my own. I take what I had, the different effects that I had, and just turn knobs in different directions, and then mess around with stuff at times, and try just random things, dragging picks and just tapping, and then switching up different effects and seeing how it sounded. Kind of cool stuff. Takes some creativity. It takes some just time with your pedals, your effects. But it's cool. It makes for some really kind of cool, neat sound effects. So anyway, that's just a kind of an encouragement on doing sound effects. Let me do one more. I like take these ones off. I like using wah, where with a foot pedal and just kind of like keeping things. I have to put this down on the ground to do this. Okay. Once again, I'm not pressing down any strings. I'm just muting stuff. So really, it works in any key. You know, you don't have to play. You know what key you're in for doing this kind of stuff. A lot of times, just kind of you can make little sounds, and it's cool. So anyway, that was wah that I was using. A lot of it's just creativity and spending time with your pedals, and but anyway, hope it kind of helped, and thanks for watching. See ya.